if this island wasn't the land of milk and honey, if we didn't have any bleeding heart lefty woke activists here egging these people on, and if we didn't have idiots in high places and elsewhere putting themselves on social media with their little placards saying refugees welcome, then the people who died in the Channel this morning trying to come over from France, they'd still be alive. They'll be elsewhere. So that's the latest anyway. An unseaworthy dinghy, one of thousands to have made the crossing from France to the UK carrying these illegal migrants, has capsized, and they reckon some of them are dead, which is an unfortunate thing. It's a tragedy. Nobody wants people to die. And the sadder thing about this is the authorities in this country, this isn't going to make them wake up to what is truly happening here. And what's truly happening is the majority of the people coming over are economic migrants. They're not fleeing war-torn countries. You've got Albanians, a democratic country in Europe, where Albanians don't suffer prosecution. And then, of course, there are the Middle Easterns who are crossing over multiple safe countries in the EU, getting to France, and then coming over here. They're paying thousands of euros for these dinghies to cross over. And the last time I checked, the European Union wasn't at civil war with itself, and France isn't a war-torn country. So the only reason they would put their lives on the line to cross the Channel, one of the most dangerous waterways in the world because of the current and the climate, I should add, is because this is the land of milk and honey. They see what happened to similar people coming over here, and they want a piece of that pie. They want the free housing, they want the benefits, the money, the free healthcare. And health tourism, by the way, is one of the many reasons that the NHS is on its knees. People coming here from abroad, getting everything done for free at the expense of the taxpayers who pay for the NHS, and then bugger off back home. So these people see this and they want it. They want what they can get in France and other European Union countries and other countries that they cross over. And it's costing people lives, a few more this morning. And this just highlights the complete contrast the authorities in this country when it comes to the use of emergency services. Now, people in this country usually have to wait hours for an ambulance if you've got an emergency, or if you ring 111, I think is the helpline number for the NHS, you have to hit a long time for them to answer the phone or even to get back to you with an answer. And yet migrants choose to cross over on a little dinghy, and they pack those dinghies full to the brim. Like a dinghy would hold probably 10 people, 5-10 people. They'll pack it with 50, which makes it even more dangerous. So they cross over the Channel, they capsize, and our authorities, the same authorities who are to blame for the ambulance getting to you hours later, or the emergency helpline 111 operator, the NHS guy or woman who's operating it, to take their time answering it. When it comes to your needs, they will fly out the Royal Navy, the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, helicopters, and clear a local hospital, NHS Trust, accident and emergency department for them. That's very telling. So what's going to happen now? I think the government are going to provide these people with safe routes, and it's going to be an open door for criminals and terrorists to come into this country and cause mayhem. But like I said earlier, they're not all criminals and terrorists, and they're not all genuine refugees either. Most, I believe, are economic migrants. So, as someone said on Twitter earlier, spare a thought for pensioners this morning as they are cleared out of Ashford A&E to make way for injured migrants. Yes, folks, a whole accident and emergency department in Ashford Hospital has been cleared to make way for these people. British pensioners who've worked all their lives, paid into the system, paid into the NHS, funded it through hard work via the national insurance system, turfed out for people who've put their own lives at risk, because they know the British system won't turn them away and will look after them. That's including the government, the lefty lawyers who fight for them, and the Bleeding Heart Refugees Welcome mob, who have blood on their hands, by the way. That's what I believe. So there we go. They're not the first, and they won't be the last to die crossing the channel. This country, this island, is already down to one knee, and something drastic needs to be done before it's down on both knees, and before you know it, we're on our backs at anyone's mercy. So there we go, that's my video. Hope you like. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and sharing my stuff. I would really appreciate it. And until the next time, Roger Trout.